Well, hello once again. I've been looking for some Doom texture packs to try and spice things up a bit, and one or two other small adjustments to vary the gameplay. So I've come across the Cacodemon Textures, which I think's been around for quite a while now. Some very nice textures indeed, actually. So without further ado, let's get into the installation and then try out the game. Okay, so to get this working, I've created a new folder, and you can call it whatever you want. I'm calling it GZ Doom 3.4.1 because that's the version of GZ Doom that I'm using in this instance. And here it is, so let's just copy that into here. Go. It's always good to get both the Doom wads in there as well. You're going to need one of them, certainly. Usually it's Doom 2 that you need, but I would always advocate putting both in. And then I've got three files that I'm going to showcase today. One that I expect you've heard of many times is the latest version of Brutal Doom, which is version 21, which I think is near completion, so we'll be out of the beta for it fairly soon, I think. And then we've got a texture pack. Now I've downloaded a few of these the last couple of days, and they all give different results. Some are better than others in certain instances, but I've gone for this one. I wouldn't say it's possibly the best looking, but it's a nice balance between sound and image, and if you want to apply other things, so it's kind of a balanced approach really. And then we've got the Monster Randomizer, which I've had laying around for a long time, and that really does change up the gameplay, so I'm more as much pleased about that as I am the textures. Okay, so we've now got a nice, concise, tidy, clean, working formula. So let's get these files working. So if memory serves me right, I think you're going to need to go in this order. And then just drag those three onto the source port, GZ Doom. In this case, I think you can just click any either. So I've gone for Ultimate Doom for this video. Okay, so hopefully I've loaded it in the right order. I'm fairly sure I have. And straight away we've got some lag there, and be warned, this will happen unless your system's very, very fast. But as you can see, the textures look just fantastic. I have tried some other texture packs where things like barrels look like on a whole new level. They look really good. But there's always pros and cons for each mod or texture pack you install. Some of them, if you combine them too much, you start to get sort of broken textures, which for the most part look okay, but it doesn't look quite right. But yeah, anyway, enough babbling, let's get on with it. You don't have to play with the terrible bit of lag there. You don't have to play with the creature randomizer, but it does definitely breathes life into the gameplay. So this particular mod, I think, is a good balance between textures and music in the background, or the ambient sound, which I like. But some of the textures, like the barrels and the armor like this, don't look anything particularly good. I think the armor looks a bit different, but nothing much. Of course, I'm using the... I went for the purist start this time, which is something I very rarely do, actually. Hence the weapons look normal, but they do fire differently. heard that before. Yeah, the sounds are different on the weapons, but the because I went for purist, they look much the same. Well, they look exactly the same. But as you can see, the lag is definitely noticeable. I wouldn't say it makes it unplayable, though. Aside from the background ambient music, there's also sort of gameplay sounds that are different. Sometimes you can hear, I don't know if it happens here, but sometimes you can hear terminals make noises and so on. The doors open really slowly, which I quite like, but with the lag and the difficulty spike, it can be quite challenging. Ooh, close. Hoping to take them out with exploding barrel. Just see how detailed some of these textures are. Really does convey grimy, sort of hell-infested base. Be careful, not sure if I've mentioned it, but be careful walking into that gas, it will harm you. Like that. So this is Brutal Doom version 21 with, I forget the name of the texture pack, which is really good, very convenient, but yeah, with a particularly good texture pack, about 2 GB download. And what else? The monster randomizer. So this will make your Doom game quite different. As you can see. So if you fancy trying this out, then I'll leave the links in the description as always. And thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please consider liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next time.